we're about to get a tour of all the biggest Escobar buildings by an ex-drug dealer. Is that what's happening? That's what's happening. When we told our friends our next trip was going to be to Medellin, Colombia, we were met with more warnings than we expected. But the confusing part was that some people we know who recently moved there described it as one of the most fascinating and lively city they had ever been to. The contradicting stories caught our curiosity, and without much of a plan, we made it our next destination, but I don't think we expected what we're about to see. Medellin has unfortunately gained the global reputation of being violent and unstable, mostly due to the actions of one man, Pablo Escobar. Escobar ran the Medellin cartel from 1976 to 93, and at the height of his career supplied 80% of the cocaine smuggled into the US and was eventually worth over $30 billion by the 1990s, making him the wealthiest criminal in history. Unfortunately, this made Colombia one of the most dangerous places in the world, and the country fell into a civil war between the narcos and the government. At the height of the conflict, Escobar actually decided to turn himself in instead of being extradited to the US. He negotiated to stay in the country in a prison he designed himself called La Catedral, which basically became his own luxury resort. And don't you worry, we're about to take you there, or at least what's left of it. Crazy. To understand the city and what it's trying to accomplish today, we felt like we had to get a glimpse into its history and study the man that created the conflict in the first place. But beware, hearing what this man has done left us speechless. So we found this guy, we got a hookup through a friend. He's actually an ex-drug dealer, but he's an amazing guy. He's got all these stories about all the Escobar buildings, so we thought it'd be better than just showing up on our own.
Finally, man, the myth and the legend.
Oh, good to meet you. What's up, buddy? Nice to meet you. Great to meet you. I feel like for us, the main thing we want to see is this prison.
We're gonna go to the Monaco building, the La Catedral, which is the prison, the cemetery, and where they killed him. They were amassing close to $500 million a month.
$500 million a month.
Pablo Escobar, you can give him a gold Rolex. He'll look at it, oh man, thanks. Give him an airplane, and it really wouldn't faze him too much. You know, when they brought him this guy, they told him, hey, this is a present for you. And this dude knew how to make remote control bombs. And they gave him the remote, and they took him to Nápoles. They had a car out there in the field. They go mash the button. And they say when that bomb went off and that car exploded, that his face looked like a little boy. He was so excited, so happy. He said that was the best present they ever gave him. A freaking car bomb. A lot of people love him because they never saw that devil in him that come out, you know. His freaking transformation, you know.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
There's nothing like landing one of the hottest tables around at one of 10,000 Resi restaurants.
Goodness, we don't care about these
and getting up to $400 back annually.
But when I get some money coming in, bro, I'm getting YouTube bread. Bro,
like
no cap. I'm getting YouTube bread. I'm tired of seeing it. I don't look at nobody as no devil. I don't look at no El Chapo. Maybe El Chapo. Chapo was a different story. But like Pablo Escobar, bro, I feel like he was just doing what he had to do to get where he had to go. You feel me? And sometimes in life, bro, you gotta get what you got. You know, you gotta use what you got. You know, get what you get. Don't pitch a fit. You know, that's just how life is sometimes, bro. Oh.
Little Rio's at, that's a 2-story penthouse. That's where him and the family live. And on all these other floors, whole families of the bodyguards lived there with them. The bodyguards were here all the time with the family. Right? The wife was never alone. That's where Pablo's parking was at. That little rail that sticks out in the middle over there, kind of, that's a swimming pool. He had a 360-degree view of the whole city. A. Escobar. His name was on there with neon lights. So when you drove by Poblado Avenue,
oh yeah, wow.
There was nothing like this building in this whole side of the mountain.
How often would he come to this?
He lived here.
Full time?
He lived here, yeah, with the wife and the kids. Guys closest to him, Popeye being one, says you can look at Pablo in the eyes and you're going to see fear in his eyes. Very, very few people ever heard him say a curse word.
So where are we going right now?
To La Catedral, the prison Pablo built for himself.
Hey, I want to get like that in life, man.
This spot for the prison.
I want to be like that guy. I ain't gonna lie. El Chapo's come in. Pablo Escobar's crazy.
One way up, one way down.
Did he ever leave the jail?
Oh yeah, he left whenever he wanted. He was here for 13 months. One of the agreements was he wasn't going to traffic no more. Of course, he kept doing that.
All right, this is his private prison that he built for himself. It's pretty much like a mansion that he just customized for whatever he needed. Now, like, it's kind of a monastery. We're about to go walk inside and check out what the prison looked like.
You're going to see right here a column. down there on the ground, see it? There's one over here, you walk over here, there's another one here. This right here was the main part of the jail. After they killed Escobar, people were brave enough to come down from the bottom where he was from with sledgehammers, and they practically knocked the whole jail down.
Whoa.
Okay, looking for money, buried stuff, because these guys buried a lot of money. This was a 5-star resort. There was no bars in this jail. None at all. This is where they had their parties.
In here?
Yeah, let's take a peep inside. But yeah, that was like the ballroom in there. They had casino games too.
Wow.
They say Frank Sinatra came up here one time to play for him.
That's crazy, bro. He was that powerful.
What do you think?
It's pretty insane that we are where like this man lived.
It's his helipad right there. Oh, what's this over here?
Doesn't look like a pleasant place to be.
This side over here is it's where they used to kill the people.
They would kill the people in here?
That's where you kill the people. Bring them in here and you kill them. Because on the other side, there's the jail inside the jail. You would bring them over here and kill them. Wow. And then chop them up in pieces and burn them. They never found nothing. No evidence of nobody, no bones, none. They disintegrated everything.
That's crazy.
Let's leave. They want to be somewhere where people used to get chopped.
These were the holding cells. This one.
Really?
This was a holding cell too?
Let me show you something over here. A lot of these people knew that Pablo was gonna kill them. They felt like them coming, they're sacrificing themselves for the whole family. Because Pablo will kill you, he'll leave your family alone. Okay, you don't come, you can kill everybody. Imagine you driving up here, man, you're gonna die.
They would drive up themselves.
I don't look at Pablo Escobar as a bad person though.
No way.
Kind of wandering off track a little bit here. See what else we got.
I want to go in.
We
there,
have got
bro.
to the point
Like,
where
actually
literally
go in there, like,
anybody
go
can build a
explore.
fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
If I was coming here or Matt was coming here to visit Pablo, Pablo would be right here waiting for him.
It's funny, you get like almost an uneasy feeling being here. You're getting that too, Derek?
Yeah.
So he knew Pablo Escobar personally.
We're gonna go now to where Pablo broke out. When Pablo had the contractors build this part, he told them build it with plaster. Don't put mortar, cement. Pablo practically got here and kicked the door down. I mean, the wall, and they took off. 10 of them. Okay.
Here?
Yep.
This is the path?
This is where we're going.
So this is where Pablo Escobar escaped on the night that he escaped. With 10 dudes, he just walked through here. 2 in the morning. That's so crazy.
They
Bro
jumped across
escaped
here,
from a prison that he built.
jumped over that ridge, and right behind that last little ridge we see there is where it goes down. And right on the top there was more men, money, more weapons, and they kept going. Pablo had a cell phone with him. He decides he's gonna make a phone call while he's up there. All of a sudden the helicopters start coming around. Dad picked up the phone call. Popeye kept telling him they're gonna catch us with these phones. And he told him, man, I need these phones to contact my families. If you're scared, turn yourself in. And that's when Popeye turned himself in.
Yeah.
And shortly after they killed Pablo. In the signal here, he sees Pablo Escobar looking out the window, talking on the phone. He calls the dad and he says, Dad, we got him. He goes, son, are you sure? He goes, Dad, I made eye contact with him. It's him. He goes, where's everybody at? Dad, I'm alone. He goes, park around here. So he parks here and just waits. While Pablo kept telling him, Dad, hang up the phone. They're gonna kill you. No, keep writing down. He was writing down the new propositions that Pablo Escobar wanted to propose to the government to turn himself back in. But there was gonna be no turning himself back in. They wanted him dead. Remember, the guys already parked here. They're surrounding the area. He told his son, hold on, I hear something. Those are the last words he said on the phone call. Because when he put the phone down and he walked to the rail, he seen the cops coming in. They shot Limon right there because Limon was on the first floor. He managed to jump out that window, land on that roof. There was cops over here shooting at him. He was shooting at them. But the guys that got him was 2 snipers that were up here. One shot him in the shoulder, the other one shot him in the hip, and that's when he fell towards the middle of the roof. And that's when I say he got the gun and killed himself. They showing a lot of scenes that the guy ran up to him and boom, shot him. Could have been. I wasn't here.
That's crazy.
Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. His younger brother, Luis, December 25th, 1977. He told Escobar, I'm gonna be with you to the end, boss. No matter what happens, I'm gonna be with you. And that's how it went down. He was with Pablo to the last day.
After a few days in Medellin, all we had really noticed was the kind, generous, and proud people of Colombia. So hearing the story of what this man once did was such a shock. Colombians say